Hello, everybody. It is Friday, June 2nd. I have an echo. I am the echo because I am the only one here. What's that, Doug? Doug, you said something? Doug, you said something? Oh, okay. What's that? What's that, Doug? What's that, Doug? I am Groot. Well, this could be short-lived. I'm the only one here so far. And Long Dog says, "What? You be live right now?" Yeah, I put a thing in Doug's chat that if anyone wanted to see a real quick impromptu live stream, put a one in chat. And Tim Soul, who doesn't even bother to show up, put a one in there. So, it's just such the life. Such the life. What's that, Doug? Oh, what's that, Doug? Doug, quit moving around on me. You're confusing me. Long Dog puts a one in now. Okay, but a little late. No worries. So we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping other people join me on Zoom. I pretty much didn't get a good title in there because I learned something. I was trying to put using the Alt and number pad key to put something into the description, and it wiped out my description. So I was like, whatever. I'm not dealing with this right now. Went to store. I'll be home in 10 minutes. I have short-term memory. Hello, Tony Wallow. Good afternoon. Good to see you. As always, good to see Tim. Good to see Long Dog. Not sure how this is going to go. I had thought about possibly bringing up DaVinci and working in DaVinci until Greg shows up. And then I could obviously stop DaVinci. And I had a couple things or a couple ideas that I could do on that. My eyes itch. Sorry about that. Yeah. I mean, this could be the most boringest stream I've done to date. Been a while since I've done a boring one. Well, 12 hours ago when I ended the live stream from last night. It is Friday. Hopefully Mrs. K has this weekend off. Does she change her schedule? I don't know. I am bringing something up. 89 currently, with the high of 93 predicted. An air quality alert is in effect until Sunday. That's terrible. 93 today, 93 tomorrow. A little bit of a cool off on Sunday at 89. Matthew Barnes joins us, but it looks like he changed his name to Barnesy. Barnesy. I'm going to play Doug here, and I'm going to mispronounce this about 14 different ways of Sunday. Well, as per my personality, anything goes to keep me from doing what I'm so. I can relate. I don't know if it's an age thing. I don't know. I do not know what that is, but I can clearly relate to that. I have uploaded files. Thank you, Doug. Thank you very much. I need you to do me a soundbite and say, "Ken." That's what I need. If you could do that for me, I'll try to go an entire day. Boy, that's going to be tough. Let me rethink this thought a moment. If you could upload me a soundbite with Ken on your next live stream, either Grandpa Doug Learns Fortnite or Live Windows Training - Doug Betts, I will take my Smart Alec cap, or is that Alex? Smart Alex cap off and be a regular human being and not try to poke fun or humor. How's that sound? Do we have a deal? Deal or no deal? See, you taught me something today. What's that, Doug? I gotta remember the dog on screen is backwards. So when he's on my right, now he's on my left, so I gotta look right. And then when he's up there, I gotta look right and up. So I predicted Doug showing up right here shortly. Oh, the screen streak stuff is crazy. Barnesy. Okay, I thought maybe it was. I should be outside getting some young plants. I think we're getting tomato plants over the weekend. Our daughter-in-law sent us a text and asked us if we wanted some tomato starts, and We do. The only issue that I have with that is now that I've discovered we have two raccoons living in the backyard, I don't know where I'm going to put them. I don't know if I'm going to try to elevate them up off the ground so they can't get to them, or if I'm going to put them in the ground and put a fence around them or something. I don't know. I was thinking about this a little bit last night. No deal, counter offer. You do a full stream with Alex present without anyone putting him in the waiting room. Funny you should mention that. Alex did not make it to the live stream last night. Dinner, TV dinner. Took an hour and something. And on the after stream Zoom, he only went in the waiting room one time while I was present, and I did not put him in the waiting room. I was moving towards putting him in the waiting room when I was beaten to that task. So I had to leave, go get something to eat. You know, I came back, and after I was there about 3 minutes, Alex goes, Ken, I got something to tell you. I have not been put in the waiting room the entire time you've been gone. And then he left. He stayed, and I was gone about 45 minutes to an hour. And he stuck around until I came back to tell me that, and then he left. Now, I've already been talking about we need to cut back on putting him in the waiting room. I've actually announced a couple times on the live stream that while we all know, all of us, the Zoom homies, myself, and most people that are watching the stream know that it's a joke, and it's just us poking fun at Alex, and he seems to enjoy it. It could come off as being mean and picking on Alex. We're not. We pick on Josh Kinder. We don't pick on Alex. And I'm joking about picking on Alex or Josh Kinder. We don't pick on Josh Kinder either. We try not to pick on anybody here. Well, maybe Tim. No, in all seriousness, we're really good about not picking on people. But it could be perceived and come off as us being mean and hurtful and spiteful and mean. And did I say mean twice? Oh, gosh, I'm so turning into this guy on my shoulder over here. Man, look, I did that one right. Ooh, I'm getting better at this. Yes. Tony and I are learning Tagalog together, and we've learned which also could be say sige, which is spelled S-I-E-G-E. Really weird, pronounced sige. Not sure how I would spell it. This is quite lonely sitting in Zoom by myself, and I know Zoom's running because I'm looking at myself and the Doug's behind me. There comes Tim. Oh, he's going to retaliate. Watch. Do we have a deal? Okay, wait a minute. No, counter offer. You do a full stream with Alex present without anyone putting him in the waiting room.
Ken, did you put me in the waiting room?
Oh, I could. Would you like to go see the new waiting room? You'll notice today there's no waiting room. You came straight in. You did notice that, right?
Oh, I did.
Yes, that's because I don't need to adjust any. The reason I use the waiting room is when I have to get on here and do like the Doug things I got, I need to see where they're at. That's why I do that. Oh my gosh, did you just take a picture?
No, I turned my light on.
Oh, okay.
I'm dimming it down.
I will
the lights were completely off when I walked in the house. I had to go to the store real quick.
You don't have one of those clap off.
I could say, hey, Google, set computer light to 100%.
Doug, I'll go out on a limb here and say we do have a deal, and I can't guarantee when that will be, but sure, we'll do an entire live stream without putting Alex in the waiting room. Now, I invited Alex to join me on Zoom a while ago, and you're having issues with your lights. Did you pay your light bill, Tim?
Yeah,
I know.
Smartphone's being stupid.
Preferably Alex deserving to not be put in the waiting room. Yeah, we sure, we have a deal. I'll do an entire. Yeah, Tony, that's how I would spell it, or S-E-E. But it's Tagalog, so they're going to do what they're going to do. Now, I don't think I can turn the Dougs off. I'm not as proficient as he is with the Stream Deck to turn that off. I don't know if I can actually bring up another. That's something I need to pursue. Can I change my virtual background via the Stream Deck? I think this one has Doug's in it as well. Yeah, I had quite a few copies of this actually. It's hard to get it down when I'm moving around. Right there's not too bad for the first one, but that's going to be horrible on the second one. And then the third one, I probably need to get a better picture to use uh,
Alex
elsewhere.
came back in the chat again last night, really late.
After I
I
left, he
mean,
came back in.
the Zoom, yes.
Huh.
He
I
stayed there
was
for a
beat.
while.
I
It was
actually,
really late. I think me, William, and Stealth Mode stayed up to hell 1 or 2 o'clock my time. I'm surprised I'm even up early this morning.
yeah, I slept for about 4 hours last night before I had to go pick her up, and then when we got home this morning at 7 o'clock, and we're not going to go down that road, I slept for about another 3 hours. So it's just going to be an adjustment for this new shift she's working. We'll see how it goes. We
Hope,
woke up
hope,
to hearing crackling and popping, and it sounded like someone walking across our kitchen floor, but it was the next door neighbor burning all his brush off.
maybe her schedule will work out
Oh, I think in time
somehow.
it will, but just to get an adjustment. Alan Barnes. Hello from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Hello, Alan. I have seen you around before. Good to see you. I'm going to pop chat out. Move it over here. I can see it. It's just much easier to see when it's over here. And I'll
Doug
hide.
mentioned something this morning that somebody was on Carrie's show yesterday that was from Fresno. I'm curious who that was because I heard that too when I was at work, but I didn't see it because I couldn't read chat on my phone while I was working.
I think we talked about that last night. I don't know if you were still with us or not. Somebody questioned something or I don't know. I didn't see it. And I have a request for the Zoom creds to get the Zoom creds, following in the footsteps of my
Cool.
mentor, or however you want to say it. I can't mention his name, but rumor has it he plays Fortnite occasionally. Send me an email at kstoutzoom, that's 0Z00 at gmail.com, and we'll get the we'll get that taken care of. Let's go that route. I do have that on the Stream Deck. I did fire the Stream Deck up, and with a single push of a button, it pops up. Really, really cool. Really enjoy that. I just got another message from someone. Alan says, I just saw your live show. Yeah, I stream every night at now 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It used to be 10:30, but now due to a change in scheduling, it will be 9 o'clock, which will be 6 o'clock on the East Coast. 5 o'clock, let's see, if I start at 9, 8 o'clock in the middle, and 6 o'clock on the East, and then the rest of the world you guys can figure it out. However, you'll notice I do have the clocks running, so that gives you Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific, British, Colombian, and Atlantic Daylight Time. So you can kind of gauge what time zone you are in and go from there. And because I recognize Alan, I went ahead and made him a moderator, a standard moderator. And as I have said before, if you guys see something that you deem is inappropriate or not suited for the channel, take care of it. I will not question it. I will, in every instance, support it. With the exception of one time, there was something that was done, and that was done by someone from Fortnite who didn't quite understand the genre of us old people and how we work and communicate, and he understood. So now that one I did get with that individual and say, hey, that comment was fine. It's just the way it was worded. It might have seemed odd to that person. Last check, I'm at 272 subscribers. This is
Nice.
video 267. I'm debating on if I'm going to stop at 272 or not. I'm not. Full disclosure, I'll keep going. I just sent the email to you. Yeah, I think I got a notification on my. I did 3 videos. Got it. I will go deal with that right now, as to not take up room on your Google Drive.
Oh, cool. Doug's in the chat.
As soon as I figure that out. Yeah, it's good to see Doug. It's always good to see Doug in chat. It's always good to see him when he joins us on Zoom as well. Oh, I got an update from Buy Me a Coffee. They shipped. Welcome to Buy Me a Coffee. They are now 1 million strong. That's good. They're about to be back down to 999,999. They're picking 10 creators to give them a BMC coffee make. Oh, sure. Steal my idea. I am the trend center. Not really. Google Drive, I guess I click on the link. Or do I click on the download down here? I can never figure this out. So let's see if I... Oh, that takes me to OneDrive. Ah, there we go. And then, can I do all these at one time? I think I tried that before and it was a horrible failure. So I will just do it the way I know that works, which is to right click on them, download, and get them that way. Now I do have the bell on in case someone were to join us on Zoom. The waiting room is not open. I probably am going to redo the waiting room. It's been suggested I do it with something else. I don't want to give that secret away just yet. So, all right, I got it. Thank you, Doug. I have them downloaded, and you can do your thing to clear up your space again. I appreciate that very much. We go catch up with chat. Sitting Will, okay, he did send me an email. Okay, so let me work on that. I will be right back. Darren Gilholm joins us from across the water at 6:20 in the evening on a Friday night. Hello, Darren.
Hello.
Wow.
How are you doing?
Doing all right. How are you, my friend?
Just in from work?
Just now getting in from work?
Yeah,
Oh my, you putting in some overtime or what's going on?
that's my normal hours.
Really? Wow. All right, so let me go deal with this. I temporarily, no, I don't. Yes, I do. Do or I don't. I'm going to have an argument with myself.
I need to look at then. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do this. Because I'm going to go grab something that I don't want broadcasted. I'm going to temporarily show that, and then take care of that, and then I can get rid of that. Then I can come back over here. Just see my lunch, brunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
Step
yeah.
right on in here, Mrs. K. Say hi to
I am
everybody.
the cook, so.
Hold
right.
on.
Good afternoon.
They put those on.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
gotta
Mrs.
get-
K.
What thing that you have to see
Hey,
the
I
camera?
want to show you what I've cooked
I already
for
showed
him.
him. It's probably got poison in it.
Shut up.
Oh, it looks nice.
Yeah, this is scrambled egg with cheese
Poison.
on top. And then
Oh,
this
you're making me
one,
hungry.
this is really good. And this is sausage that I put on assorted tomatoes, onions, and green pepper, and put a little bit of the chunky salsa. So, it's good.
Oh,
It's
man,
good.
I
It
haven't
tastes
had
good.
breakfast yet. Now you really got me hungry.
You see, she's saying it's good because she knows there's cheese on it. The code word for
Oh, I
poison is
got.
now
Cheese.
cheese.
And,
See, she's catching on, I
and
tell you.
salsa.
Oh,
I gotta have-
and salsa's now code for poison?
That's you.
Oh, I'm salsa.
I'm not putting on salsa just to poison you.
Oh,
I have that too.
yours is probably got poison in it.
Do I just have to take time to put poison in it? Just, I am a busy person. I don't
Thank
have-
you for this special visit.
I don't have time for that.
All right.
Now I gotta go to Mickey D's and get me a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Oh yeah, it's still early enough in the morning out there for you, isn't it? Oh, well, depending on how they are, you got about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it, but they do serve breakfast all day at Mickey D's, or they used to.
We got lucky when we went out to Carb Day, and we were in line before the breakfast time started. And the guy actually said, "I know you were in line before 10:30 hit. If you'd like breakfast, we'll serve breakfast." And I was really impressed with that because most of the time they say a flat no. breakfast is over.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew, if you're watching, I did send back a reply to your email. And since I was distracted with the concern of being poisoned or not, I had to. Jeff Ryman says, didn't know you were streaming. One Fish answered my question I asked over on his stream, and I will check into that. Mrs. K, not on YouTube. See, Gay.
Was that a preview to the cooking channel?
Once we get this new schedule ironed out and worked out, the cooking channel will be at least once a week. Now, I don't necessarily know that there are enough Filipino dishes. Yeah, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are.
My question is, you going to give out samples?
Oh, yes, I will mail samples.
Well, no, I just want to reach through when I'm hungry and grab something.
There you go. So Doug has come up with a link that is worth checking out, and he specifically shows it going to Tim. I guess Jeff and I, and did Darren leave? Oh no, Darren got moved because
I'm still in here.
He was not the troublemaker. Okay. Now I'm confused. Again, following in the steps of my mentor. I am Groot. I am confused. Welcome in, Matthew Barnes or Matthew Barnesy. Hello, Matthew.
Hey.
Oh, we got a new one on here, huh?
Yes, we do.
Cool.
Hopefully he can join us some night on the regular show that now starts at 9 o'clock, and maybe we can hit my goal of 20 people on the Zoom at night. I just want to see that confusion. So you had to have gotten my email because you're here, but when I try to close out my email, it says I have not sent it yet. That's crazy. I get that a lot. I probably got to get with Live Windows Training, Doug Betts, one Saturday and have him look at my system again, figure out what I've done again, and try.
I'm debating whether to ask Doug to help me with my frickin' Firefox issue.
Yeah, that's crazy. Why don't you? I'm going to show my avatar to eat this poison. I mean, breakfast she sent me. And Doug is watching. Go ahead and explain that, please.
Well, last night I was watching, and all of a sudden I get messages that Firefox is not responding and this and that and the other thing, just slow as hell. And I've searched on the web and they said, go in and rename this file in your configuration stuff. I mean, under app data, roaming, Mozilla, Firefox, profile, folder, blah, blah. And sometimes that helps it for a while. But then I looked and I had 4 tabs open and Firefox had 28 processes going.
What?
And I fiddled around killing different things and whatever. And I got down at one point where when I got off YouTube completely, I had like 2 tabs open. It went to 15 processes. And then all of a sudden it popped back up to 31 processes with 2 tabs open in Firefox. I got the latest Firefox, all this stuff. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. If I could reinstall it, and I've got all the bookmarks and everything synced. I can restore all of those all right without an issue. But this has been happening ever since about the last 3 or 4 releases of Firefox. And I look up, I Google for too many Firefox processes running, and I get some information, but it's for older versions of Firefox. And they changed the configuration setup for processes since then. Now it's all automated, and I really can't do much about it. So,
interesting. I haven't updated Firefox in ages. So they must be doing it automatic in the background without me seeing it. But I don't use it that much. I use Google Chrome a lot.
Well, I mean, I don't like Chrome, never have. It's just
everybody has their own preference.
Well, I mean, this is just personal preference.
Yeah.
Right.
I like my bookmarks on the left where God intended them to be. And I just have never liked the drop-down bookmarks in Chrome. I do use Edge occasionally, simply because it's there. I use Edge when I have an issue with Firefox, sometimes if I can't get something to print or whatever.
I hate Edge.
And, well, it's basically, well, it's Chromium based, not Chrome based.
Yeah, that's
Chromium
what they
based.
say.
So now, anyway, so but I will go in and redo some of these things, and it's better for a while, and then it starts acting up. And let me look at my task manager now and see.
Didn't you last night actually shut YouTube off and you said you went from 27 to 15 and then suddenly it jumped back up to 30?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
That's crazy.
and I went in and made some adjustments. There's a box you can uncheck to where you're supposedly are not letting them automate as much stuff. And then you click the box for hardware acceleration, and you're supposed to do that because then it can supposedly offload some stuff onto your graphics card. And I do have a graphics card, but not quite. Like right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs open. I can kill one. I was just watching something else on the YouTube. Now I've got 4
Accidentally kills
tabs open,
Zoom.
and I've got 20 Firefox processes running.
Wow. Well, I don't understand how all of that works, so.
Well, I don't either. That's the problem.
Ah,
And
look,
Zoom now, I've got 2 different entries for Zoom in the task manager. One of them has 2 processes, and the other's got 5. I don't know if that's reasonable or not.
I was kind of hoping we'd get a guest appearance from the only out of Fresno, live training Windows Doug Betts, but he's probably out making real money, and I understand.
Oh, he's got a headache right now.
And he had a headache. Yeah, I
Yeah.
hate to hear that.
No, if you got something like that going, I mean, this is not life or death stuff. This is just an irritant. I know how to temporarily fix some of this stuff, but I mean, I've got an i9 10850K CPU and 64 gigabytes of memory. That CPU can run 20 threads at a time if it wants to. I mean, I should have plenty of horsepower here to run Firefox.
You would think.
Sound like you got a lot more than what I'm running, except for the
Well,
custom
I
build
got
I
this.
did
I
for.
have some old engineering software I used to use for consulting work that can eat all the memory and all the processes you can throw at it. I've got one piece of software I was going to get at one point in time, and the minimum requirements for it are 32 cores.
oh,
That ain't ever going to happen, but it's just.
I forget what's in this custom build that Catherine helped on just for doing photography work, because I want that just for photography stuff, because when I hit that one button, it slams that CPU.
But whatever I'm doing here, I mean, I've been using Firefox forever.
Yeah, I used it. Hell, I can't remember how long.
It's been, like I said, the last 4 or 5 revisions. And then Lawn Dog, I killed a whole bunch of extensions. One of the things said, thing that can eat up processes if you're running the wrong kind of extensions. So I went in and killed all the extensions. In fact, I even shut off Roboform for a while, and extension and a bunch of things. And that really didn't seem to have any effect. So I don't think my extensions, I was worried about my ad blocker for a while. Now I didn't uninstall it, I just shut it off.
Yeah, you can temporarily disable it.
Yeah, I did. So I assumed that if I disabled it, it wouldn't be using up any processes, but maybe it could.
That's weird.
Something waiting in the background. So I may just uninstall completely and reinstall. I don't know.
I used Firefox Wednesday or Tuesday, and it was just like, wasn't responding.
Well, that's what I'm getting. Not responsive.
I'm like,
I'm
what the heck's
using
going on here? So it must be something on their side that's screwy.
the other thing I found that's interesting. I run out of a regular account. I have a separate administrative account that I install everything in. And when I go to it, I can look down there, and this is not related to the Firefox thing, I don't think, but there's a little box for my graphics card, and you click on it, and CCleaner and a couple of other things are actually putting processes on the graphics card.
Hmm.
Now, I only use CCleaner to clean out processes, memory or whatever, or history from browsing or whatever. I just don't like things potentially tracking me. I do not use CCleaner for dicking with the registry. I don't do that sort of stuff anymore. Haven't done that since XP days. But it was interesting. I didn't, and there was one or two other little things that were sticking processes on the graphics card. I guess just because it's there and available.
I haven't used CCleaner since Windows 7, which was garbage.
Well, like I say, what I do, the only thing I use it for is to do the cleaning thing.
No, it was Vista. My bad. It was Vista. That was garbage.
Yeah. So, well, I used to mess around with all kinds of registry cleaners and this and that and the other thing. And with modern Windows, you really aren't gaining anything with all that stuff, and you can screw up stuff in the registry if you're not careful.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I found out the hard way.
But when I had XP Media Center on an old HP machine I bought at Costco years ago, and it was just a given that I was going to reinstall that about every 6 months. It just got to where it was just dragging. So I just made sure I made a good backup of my crap. I would go in and reinstall it from scratch about every 6 months. But I mean, it had a machine that had a TV card in it. Didn't have a separate graphics card, but it's just. And I actually, where I was living in South Carolina, we had Atlantic Broadband. That's whatever Greg has now under another name. And I could watch their cable stuff on it. I had that out in the living room, and my wife had the other one in the bedroom. So we could watch what each of us wanted to watch.
Well, I don't know how long it takes for the poison to kick in, so if I croak over on live stream, then you'll know it was pretty quick.
I'll call 911 for you and give them your address.
So
it might take a while from them to get here from Fresno to there.
Let me see. Actually, I have a thing on here.
So Sam OneFish26 says he installed DaVinci Resolve earlier today, and it's my fault. Thank you.
I
look forward to seeing what you can do.
Well, here in my notes, my address stuff about Ken Stout, it's got your address, and it says emergency number is 317-327-3811.
Is that emergency or non-emergency?
Well, supposedly emergency.
So if you're calling out of this area code of 317, you can call that number?
So supposedly if I saw you croak over, I could call that number and tell them to go to your house.
Well, let's
hope we don't do it.
Right. Let's hope that never has to happen. Another question.
All I have here is an internet phone downstairs that I had for my wife to use, and a cell phone. And the location on those things may or may not work like it's supposed to.
Yeah, you were talking while I was eating about your system. As everyone knows, Zoom knows, I have a AMD system that's going to be arriving one of these days. And it's going to be a dedicated system for one thing and one thing only, and that's DaVinci Resolve. I'm going to install DaVinci on it, move everything over.
Is that the one that
Sean?
Kind of Kind of
Strong
like I
tone.
did with my photography stuff at Systems for Photos Only.
Exactly.
Be a smart choice.
Well, I hope that things. I'm hoping for good things out of it. Let me just put it that way. Me and the English language right now aren't getting along. I think that's a sign of getting old. I'm not sure.
I think it's that multicolored thing on your head is affecting your cognitive processes.
Oh, I got a couple more on the way. I just can't wait for them to get here.
Oh, I'll be sending them next week. I'm gonna throw in a couple of surprises in there for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, hey,
One
Lone
fish
Dog.
says call local 911. It'll connect you to remote dispatch center. Oh, okay.
Who is that?
Hopefully, we never have to test that with any of us. Seriously, that's
Yeah.
just something we don't want to have to
Well,
verify.
I don't know, but that depends on how connected your local 911 center is too. That may be true theoretically. I'm not sure that would
I called
work, but
when we went to see Alex last year. We left at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning for timing purposes and traffic for that matter. And we saw a driver turn up the off ramp going onto the highway. In other words, he was going south and the traffic was going north.
right.
So I immediately hit 911. I was so disappointed in that. Where are you calling from?
Oh, really?
I'm at the intersection of State Road 37 and I-465. Oh, hold on. I have to transfer you. I didn't understand that's how the system worked. So I get transferred. 911, what's your emergency? Same thing. What's your location? Same thing. Hold on. I have to transfer you. I went from the city of Indianapolis to Marion County to the state police. Now, in the meanwhile, this guy's driving the wrong way on the freeway.
Oh, man.
And sadly enough, when we got home, there had been a traffic accident. Now, the lining in the silver cloud or however, whatever that goes, nobody got seriously hurt or died.
I had a similar situation.
No, but you did what you could. That's all you can do.
Well, sure.
I was dating this girl and I was living in Georgia then, and we had to take her dad's van back to him that she was borrowing. And I'm following her in my car because I had to bring her back from Atlanta later that day, but that didn't happen. I'm behind her and I see this fire just start coming out from underneath it.
Rick's been
Oh,
hacked. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was horrifying. The whole thing just caught on fire while she was driving down the road. I'm calling 911. They're like, "Where are you at?" I'm like, "I have no idea. I'm on Interstate 16." Really? And it took them forever to get there and figure out where we were at. But anyway, they had to put her in the burn center in Augusta, Georgia. So I had to drive to Augusta, Georgia. I spent the whole day on the road. It was a nightmare. I told the police, I'm following that ambulance. I'm driving as fast as he is. I don't care about the speed limit. He said, "You go ahead and do whatever you want, sir. Thank you. See you." But yeah, I called 911. They didn't know where I was at.
So
They thought I was.
Sorry, Tim. I'm going to toss out another question for One Fish. He dropped a link last night for a massive amount of copyright-free music, and I found 2 songs that I really like, but I can't figure out how to download the specific song from within the list of songs. Because when you click on the new song, it just stays at the same URL or URL if you want, but it plays the different songs. Because if it were to switch the URL, then I could just copy the URL and put it in a downloader that I have and get it. I can't do that. And then I do want to get with a couple people privately, offline, whatever, and work on where exactly we're going to insert the music. And when I say we, I mean we. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Let me get rid of Doug. He's starting to bother me. Hope he's not watching.
He is.
You better be careful when the mini Dougs in your computer mess things up.
Well, I tell you what, when I woke up this morning, I started running silly ideas through my head. Everyone jokes about Mrs. K hitting me upside the head with the frying pan. Well, I'm going to expand on that a little bit. Let's go with, this is a video? I don't think this is a video. Is this seriously a video? Oh, I guess it is a video. Oh, yeah, because I animated the, yeah, that's a video. We don't want that. This is a golf video. I'll just piss everybody off and go with the golf video. Hello, William Dawson from Florida. Hello, William Dawson's mom from Florida. Good afternoon to both of you.
Oh.
Can you hear us, William?
Yeah.
Okay, didn't know.
Hello.
Let me move chat back over here. Boy, now where am I going to hide chat? You know what? That's not the greatest golf video in the world, but I'm going to leave it there anyway. Hang on, I'll figure it out. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. How's your day going so far, William?
All right, is normal Florida weather, rained and it's sunny.
Isn't that sort of kind of typical for you, though, in Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did that system move in up there from last night? Let me go look. Yeah.
I would like to get some rain here. We're hot and bone dry and
Look like it
everything's
turned to the
dying.
right.
It's gonna hit somewhere in the
Look like it's headed towards Tampa. No?
that's what it
Oh,
looks like. Tampa or
Speaking of Tampa, I haven't seen any comments from Bobby Warren yet. Or either that or I've missed them. Possibility that I have actually missed them. Although I do try to keep up with chat. There's not that many of us where I shouldn't be. I'm not like Kerry Holzman that chat goes da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Would be nice.
Scrolling through chat over here, I don't see him in there anywhere.
Yeah, you can do the F3 thing, I think, and type in BOB, and if he's there, it'll show up. Or that works for me on occasion. Oh, speaking of that, I typed in the first word of Bobby, and it jumps down to my name. That's scary. Okay, so
One of them mini Dougs.
yeah, I'm telling you, in setting today's impromptu stream up, I actually was using the Alt key and the number pad, and I was trying to use a couple different things. The first one I tried completely wiped out my YouTube chat. Could not get it back. Not my YouTube chat, my description. That's why I believe if you were to go look at today's description, you will see there is no description. It says, I said, well, that went way wrong.
Way wrong.
Right, because that's what happened. I had a nice long explanation of why this is happening and what the direction I wanted to go in. And then I thought, well, I'm going to use that Alt number pad and see. Oops, that didn't work. But it does work. It does work on Facebook chat. I tried it on Facebook chat and it does work. Now, I could not get it to work on YouTube chat. I tried. I couldn't get it to work there either.
It worked. It worked for me. Did I jinx you this morning?
Possibly.
Now, what are you trying to do? Alt and numbers?
Right. In Doug's chat today, they were talking about, I always use shift and the number 2 to get the @ sign. Well, apparently you can do a very long way of hitting the Alt button using the number pad.
Stick Alt and numbers in, those will bring up certain characters.
Yeah, so if I go in there right now to my chat and I type Alt 01, it's not working. As soon as I hit Alt, if I go 01, that goes in. If I press the Alt key, my YouTube chat is dead. I can't do anything.
Well, I had.
Oh, wait a minute.
I hit Alt 01 and I got nothing.
Let go of the Alt key and see what pops up.
Well, I did. I mean, I hit Alt 01. I let go of the key.
Let me see if I can demonstrate this. Hang on 1 second. Oh, where's Zoom? What are my monitor numbers today, Zoom? Well, your monitor numbers today are A, B, 3, and 4.
Oh, you've just been invaded.
I've just been invaded. Oh, good golly. Hello, Alex Cheek. Welcome into an impromptu. Now, are you guys on Zoom seeing my chat?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
now let me bring YouTube up so that everyone is on the same sheet of music, so to speak. Oh, look, there's another one of me. Hello, everybody. I'm going to be the next governor of Arkansas. Alex doesn't know it yet. I'm practicing my governorship wave. Okay, so if I come down here in chat and I go, hello, I've so turned into Doug, works just fine. If I hit the number 1, works just fine. If I hit the Alt key and the number 01, nothing happens until I let go of the Alt. When I let go of Alt, the little smiley face shows up. So let's hit Alt and 2, let go. Oh, little ghost. Alt and 3, let go. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cute? Alt and 0112. Get the letter P. So that's just, it's kind of cool, I guess.
Mine is not doing that at all.
So one of the things discussed this morning.
Wow.
Oh, look at Tim go. So Alt 0176 gets you. I
just
can't even
found a
read
new-
that. What the heck is that? Can any?
Ooh, I just went to another page.
So I thought I would share that. Hello, Rick Lakes. Oh, Rick Lakes, your Facebook account has been cloned or hacked. I don't know if you're aware of that or not. If you'd like me to demonstrate, I can.
Probably got cloned.
More than likely. They're generally, as a general rule, they are cloned, not hacked, and that's been discussed on several platforms, including ours, and by Alex and a couple of other people. So Tony gets a squirrel. Now, is he getting a squirrel with the Alt, or is he getting a squirrel by coming down here to this, and then going down here and finding the squirrel? That would be interesting to know. What is this, a cow? Oh, yeah, it says :cow 2. I didn't realize it told you what it was up in the description. Camel. Somebody just joined us on Zoom.
Sam.
All right. Well, in honor of Sam, let's put a fish in there, shall we? We shall.
Sam, let's put a
So
fish
how
in.
do I fix that? I would immediately change your password.
How do I fix that? I would immediately change your password.
Oh, somebody's got their YouTube running. Is Greg here? Did Greg show up?
No, it was me.
I
Sorry.
appreciate your candor on that. I kind of figured it was, since you were the
Muted.
last person to join. I'll stop sharing my screen and bring chat back over. So I acknowledged Alex being here. Roy said hi. Hi, Roy. I didn't know. Was Roy? How long's Roy been here? Oh my gosh. Roy just got here. Hello, Roy Care. Good to see you as well. Good to see Alex. Don't think, and Sam, it's good to see you. Sign out. Rick says sign out for one thing and change password. Rick's answering his own questions. I like it. Let me ask this question. How do I? Yeah, I think those are two excellent ideas. Sign out, change your password, and continue to march. Now, the reason I'm pretty sure you got hacked is I got a thing that says Rick Lakes was tagged. Wendy Pearson is with Rick Lakes and 9 others. It says, look who died, in an accident. I think you know him. So sorry. That's been going around now for about a month. And
actually, that's been going around for a couple of years
yeah,
now.
Well, we're
Yeah,
slow
I've
here in
gotten-
Indiana, cornfields, and
Yeah.
we're really slow.
And
But
I've seen several of those in the last few months on Facebook.
so Alex asked, are we on Zoom? We are either on Zoom or this is a very good and by far my best production of using OBS and DaVinci and everything.
Wow.
You
We'll have
decide.
a live feed into OBS on Ken's computer.
That
You got it
probably
going
could be
on
done.
today.
That probably could be done. Yeah, I am not doing anything today. About 5:30, I'm taking Mrs. K to work, and then I'm going to come here and just sit and wait until 9, which I found to be really hard to do last night. Even though there's a little bit of a couple things I could do. Are you running an early edition of the night version? No early edition. Doug was on my case a little bit about not having a stream scheduled. He wanted to drop the link, so a little bit too late. I put in Doug's chat. If you want to see me do an impromptu thing, put a 1 in chat. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. Tim was the only one out of all those people that said it. First he said 3, and I'm going,
Yeah.
he said
I
1.
hit the wrong button.
Okay, well, we'll go with that. Tony says 1. Jeff Ryman at Long Dog. Nothing happens for me in Firefox with alt numbers. I haven't tried it on Chrome yet. I do know it works on Facebook Messenger. I have tried that. So that is confirmed.
I mean, that
confused.
supposedly works just like if you have an editor pulled up.
I'm going to put a new
And in
number
the
in
old
chat.
days, it was like you were doing ASCII characters. Now they've got this new system where you're using international character sets and all that. And I don't know all the combos for that stuff.
Yeah, I've never been that good with combos.
Hi, Jenny.
Yeah, Tim got it. If it's not shift and a single number at the top, I'm lost. It's a lot like the LOL and the BTW and the BBB whiteout, whatever. I used to get so irritated, and then I guess as I get older, part of me is mellowing out because I'm like, that's the way the world's going. You need to either get on board and learn it or just ignore it and play stupid. Which I don't have to play stupid very hard because it's just natural. I, after all, have 2 gray cells in my head. One on this side of my head and one on... Oh, wait, it moved. Now it's over here. And they communicate all the time.
I go say, what's the connection between them?
That is a good question. I've been trying to run a speed test on that to find out what the connection is. I have not been successful.
How many megabits per second is the left side using to talk to the right side?
What's slower than a megabit? Because if there is such a thing, slower than a megabit, my brain cells are there.
How many bits per second then?
Keep going. We'll eventually get to where we need to be.
It must be them 0 and 1s.
Did you see?
It could be. It could be.
Did you see the answer to your question in the chat?
Did I see the answer to your question in the chat? Let me scroll back. I probably did, but I said you were going to research it, I think.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Okay.
Just look in your history and click on the song.
Oh, I would have never thought about that.
Yep.
So you are saying if I bring my history, I'm going to temporarily, I'm still here and you guys can still see me, YouTube, and then history. And then, yeah, good.
There's
good.
a download button there. That's cool.
That you got to pay for that though, Tim. Click on it.
Oh, that sucks.
It does. So now that's interesting. The song, okay, unless it's backwards, which is possible. I would think it would start with the first one I did, which it did. So that means the last one or the first one on my history should be the last one I did. It's not. That is really crazy. I'll figure that out. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. Ken, am I talking to Jenny again? Mrs. K doesn't know that I talked to Jenny. Jeff says BR549 hee-haw. That was another good one.
I think that number got sold to this little auto place in Arkansas, I heard.
I heard that too. I don't know if Alex is still with us or not. I know he briefly joined us in chat and said hi or hello or something along. Maybe he says I'm here. Okay. Well, we know he's there. He's in Arkansas. We all know that. What did yeah, I was in
4 hours.
I told Alex I'd come down here and go scuba diving.
When he does that, let me know because I'll make sure I'm there to record it. I'll go get me a waterproof GoPro or something specifically for that. And
take a
record
lot of
that.
floaties to keep that heavy wheelchair up.
You
They
Yeah,
can
got,
would.
you know, they got people take him. He won't weigh a thing floating on the water.
they make a waterproof case for your camera, Ken, by the way.
It's worth checking into. That'd be pretty cool, William,
I don't
actually.
know how deep it'll go. For Christmas last year, I got my grandson. What's the company that used to make the instant picture cameras?
Kodak,
Oh,
Polaroid.
Polaroid. Yeah. They still make cameras, but they aren't instant anymore. And I got him one. It's about this big. I can't think of the model number. I have to go in his room and look at it. And it's water resistant, like down to 10 meters or something.
Yeah, the GoPro that I unboxed for my friend in Vegas, it was waterproof. I stuck it in the fish tank. Obviously, that's not 18
Right.
inches deep or so. And it worked flawlessly. Picked up the noise, picked up the bubbles, picked up the fish actually talked to one another, which I found that to be really interesting.
I've used my cell phone underwater in the pool, but that's kind of tricky with a touch screen.
Oh, I can imagine.
So bad idea, but I tried it. It worked.
Yeah, I was surprised that this little Polaroid would work at all underwater. It has one of those rubber or vinyl things that you open up to stick in the not a SIM card, the
Memory card.
memory card,
Yeah.
or to charge it. And I would think after opening and shutting those enough times, those might start to leak actually a little bit.
There's probably a rubber gasket around
yeah,
it. They deteriorate over time.
Yeah.
What the heck? Tony's
He
moving on.
Yeah, he put a number in there and retracted it. Which is fine. I did see the number though.
But they have places that without his wheelchair, he has a team member who will take him out down very shallow, no deeper than a swimming pool.
I think you touched on it last night that his biggest adjustment would be if he's completely underwater and they give him an oxygen tank behind him or an air tank, whatever it's called nowadays. That initial fear is hard to get over.
Yeah.
It really is hard to get over.
He wouldn't have to go underwater. He could surface float on the surface, but use a snorkel.
Sort of like snorkeling, yeah. Now I've done that.
Well, didn't he say last night he did that at some camp or something?
I thought, I thought he had mentioned that as well, actually.
Now here's a little, I just tried something with the Alt key. I open up my editor, and for example, I hit Alt 256, and that puts the number 8 into my editor. I come over into the chat, do the same thing, and it takes me to my home page in Firefox.
Yeah,
There's
I'm going
a
to drop
million.
the link in chat.
And then I got to go back to where I was watching your chat.
Yeah, I think Nick Poverman dropped the link earlier.
Something
that was in Doug's chat this morning. That's pretty cool. Thanks for that.
Go ahead, Jeff.
No, but so there's something going on between Firefox and YouTube and all of that sort of stuff that I clearly don't understand.
Yeah, I doubt that link I just put in Zoom chat works, but I also posted it over on the...
It works.
Does it? Okay. That's pretty interesting. I'm looking into it to see what I can do. Might be able to solve my problem with Farmer in the Dell / Doug. Oops, that cat's out of the bag now. Now Doug knows where I'm going with that.
Oops.
Yeah, doggone it. I gotta write myself notes or something. So this is kind of cool. Just a little diversion from the daily DaVinci. I will be messing around with DaVinci in a little bit.
Well, now I put Alt 3 in there, and I do get a heart
in
the chat.
In chat, I don't see a heart.
Well, I didn't hit the enter thing.
So
but
you
let me-
hit Alt 3. Okay,
Three.
so you're using the number pad, right?
Yes.
So Alt 3 enter. Oh yeah, you do. So what happens if
I
you
was
hit
doing
Alt?
like Alt 03 or Alt 003. You used to have to do 3 characters. So maybe that's what I was screwing up.
Well, Alt
And I'm doing what it
003.
said in that link that you did.
Yeah, Alt 03003 comes up with nothing.
Yep.
Matthew Camp, haven't seen Matthew in a while. Hello, Matthew. Good to see you again. I hope things are good your way. Are you still in Tennessee? He used to be a regular with this one fish. Everyone's figured out how to do the heart. Oh, it's a good thing our good buddy in Colorado's not here. Waiting on Tony. Waiting on Tony. Good. Matthew says he's still in Tennessee. That's good to hear. Good to hear. I'm going to do some Facebook business here while I'm killing time. I'm going to hide all from Wendy. That gets rid of that. I think one time I was like, because it came from a classmate of mine. And it wasn't from someone to him. It was from him. And he 10 minutes later said, "Don't click on this. I've been hacked. ... again." And I don't necessarily think he was hacked again. I think whoever hacked him the first time probably just changed the credentials and started back up again.
Oh, haven't seen Bobby in years today.
No, somehow I have not either. And
It's just interesting. There's something has to be happening with him every day. And if he's listening, I'm sorry, but it's just nobody has that kind of crap happen that often.
like I said the other night, either off stream or on stream, and I'll just say on stream and it'll be official. He is the pig pen in real life.
Yeah.
Think about it for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, I could just picture him walking down the street in that cloud of dust walking behind him. You know, I really can't.
Well, or the character in Little Abner with the lightning cloud over his head.
Yeah. But you're right. He does have the doggonest luck when it comes to stuff. I thought I had issues with things, but my issues are very, very poquito compared to what his are. See, I'm learning another language too. Poquito. Where's Jose when you need him? He can pat me on the back. Speaking of Jose, did he ever show up last night in Zoom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sam says no. Sam says yeah. Oh, we need a tiebreaker, Jeff. William?
Wasn't there.
Yeah, he showed up.
Oh, so we still have 2-2. We
Yes.
I didn't see him. Maybe later.
Yes, Darren. I thought I heard Darren.
Yeah, you did. I just hear yes.
So now we have 3-3 because Sam said he didn't see him. Matthew wasn't there. I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
He showed off the inside of his restaurant.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
He
Real
had to
briefly
tell-
then.
He had to tell stealth mode, shh.
He was there. If he was there, he did not post or talk or hear his voice.
He talked briefly.
Yeah. I know he sent me a Facebook message and wants to get together and test something out. And I feel very privileged and honored that he wants to. Well, he might, maybe I need to retract that statement. Maybe I'm going to be the guinea pig here. Maybe I've overthought this. At first I was like, oh yeah, I'm honored. Thank you. But let's think about this a minute.
He's been messaging me once in a while, going on about we ought to do a franchise over here in Vegas for
Again, there was no price mentioned of what it take. Now, if it's like $7.50, I'm all for it. I got that laying right in front of me.
Absolutely, but most franchises, even for small things, require someplace in the neighborhood of $250,000. Wants to finance it, I'll manage it for him.
I wouldn't even want to do that. I would not want.
Actually, not. I'm not a good entrepreneur person.
I thought years ago I might have been, but now, no.
Well, to be a good entrepreneur, you have to be right on top of everything 24 hours a day. And that's not who I am.
Yeah.
Even when I was working, I would kind of futz along, and then the inclination or the inspiration or whatever you want to call it would strike me, and I would bust ass for a week and get stuff done.
Well, he out opened one in Arkansas then.
Hey, what an idea. We need to get with Jose, to get Jose with Alex, to have Alex open up a bottoms up in Arkansas.
Somehow, I think out in Sheridan, in the heart of the Bible Belt, that's probably not gonna.
That's not gonna go over too well.
I was thinking Little Rock, though. It's probably maybe feasible. Yeah, but Sheridan, you're right. No, that will
Well,
never.
even Pine Bluff. I mean,
Yeah.
Arkansas is still a pretty conservative place.
You know, you saying that made me think of the movie Footloose. Both versions.
Never saw it.
You've never? I think the Kevin Bacon version is really pretty good.
Okay.
It's about a kid that comes
Now,
from.
Arkansas has some interesting places. We used to drive through I-40 there. My wife's parents lived in Muskogee, Oklahoma, and I was living over near Knoxville. So we would just get out and go on I-40 and go out there and then run a little ways. And we would stop for gas in Conway, Arkansas on Interstate 40. And there was always a sign there saying so many miles to Toadsuck, Arkansas. And it's a real place, just, I don't know, 15 miles off the interstate there near Conway, Arkansas. So they have some interesting names, but but they're still pretty conservative there.
So Roy is wondering if the fish see the ghost. I don't know, but the fish changed direction. That looks like a big bluegill.
Speaking of fish, how's the fish tank doing there?
It's still back there. The fish are still fine. I don't know if we're ever going to get anything bigger out in the front room or not.
Well, you haven't had the fish cam up for a while. Of course, I guess the green screen's kind of in the way.
Yeah, I can break that down though. One of these days, I'm either going to put something on the wall to retract it out this way, or I'm going to drop something in the ceiling. But to do that, I've got to move it either in front or behind the fan.
Get you one of those projector screens that, or get something that has the green
up into a tube.
Yeah.
Somehow paint it green somehow or something.
That's a possibility. Because I do have some things I need to do, but right now I've got the green screen running horizontally, and I have to break it down and reset it up to go vertically. And there's a little bit of thought and things involved in that. This is not.
I don't know how much it would cost. There's got to be a green screen that's retractable.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
But that probably would cost a bunch more money than just a plain green screen you hang on a frame. Careful, or I'm going to have to call BR 549 for you.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think the poison's actually kicking in.
Goodness.
His golf hat. Yeah. I said he needs a tie-dye t-shirt to go with it.
A Hawaiian t-shirt.
Oh, there you go.
I have Hawaiian shirts that they would clash with this more than the Jurassic Park does. So you guys probably know this already, but if someone is coughing or choking or gives the symptoms that they're coughing or choking, if they can talk,
you don't do anything.
You do not do anything. If they can talk, they're not choking. Even if they say, they're talking. Okay.
Right. I mean, if I swallow a sip of water and it goes down the wrong tube,
right, I'm
going to be sitting there making a bunch of weird noises, but I'm still breathing.
Right. Yeah. And obviously,
I was trying to think. The first place I worked for 20-some years, I stayed CPR certified all those years, and then I haven't been since about 2000.
At work, we have to have at least 2 people on every shift certified.
Yeah. And they've changed how you do that stuff drastically since I first learned it back in the late 70s.
So I gotta go take care of this. I will be right back. But real quick, we obviously know I'm joking about Mrs. K poisoning me. I'm pretty sure she's not. Now, if Mrs. K comes back in and says, well, Ken fell dead in the floor, my poison worked, then we'll know I was wrong. She was right.
I know I'm saying some of those YouTube channels, they said there's supposedly a program that you can put a green screen on your camera without having a green screen.
Uh-oh. Rick Lakes is having problems.
Noticed an interesting thing. I had 3 tabs open in Firefox. The first one was my home page. Usually when I go to someplace else, I just open a new tab and leave the home screen there. But I closed my home screen and the number of processes dropped from 20 to 14 just by closing one tab.
That's weird.
So I don't know how they're allocating memory or processes or.
What was it?
Firefox is using 16% of my CPU and 15% of my memory. And I got 64 gigabytes, and Firefox is using about 25, about
Oh, this is
2,500 megabytes.
Get this. I've only got 4 tabs open in Google Chrome, but there's 34 processes going on right now.
Well, I mean, a lot of things
That's
use a lot of
weird.
processes, but why is this slowing down my Firefox so much? There's other things that can use lots of processes, and so
Something's fishy or
yeah, I
weird.
got to figure out what's going on. Maybe I just need to do the what is it, the reset? There's a way to reset Firefox. I don't know. I don't remember what that does.
Oh yeah, I had to do that one time. That worked.
That I did that once, and it fixed when my profile just got all screwed up.
Yeah, that happened to me too. I forgot how to do that. It's been a while.
I'll have to look up how to do that, and if that doesn't work, I'll just uninstall it and reinstall it.
I'm sure you're pretty. I'm pretty sure you're already signed into it, so it'll bring up your old profile and everything all over again.
Well, I've got it synced, so
Yeah.
it'll bring up all the bookmarks and everything. Okay. Plus, I got those. Every so often I save those in a backup.
What to do today?
So Rick's got that same damn Yahoo email problem he had before.
Mm-hmm.
He changed his shirt for you. Huh?
Oh, there it is.
And talk about clashing now. The hat and the shirt don't go together.
Well, I don't know.
That's great. That's awesome.
I love it.
I aim to please.
You need a shirt to match the hat.
I could probably arrange that.
Or a hat to match the shirt.
So I heard Tim say that Rick's got problems. Did something else pop up on Rick's that?
Well, his Yahoo email issue came back where the password's not working again.
That's crazy. He changed that as well too. No luck so far. My Yahoo email password isn't working. Yep. Same issue.
You sure it's not someone out to get him on it?
I personally would get rid of Yahoo email, even though I still carry a Yahoo email account, because all of Lorna's stuff, iPhone and a couple other things, go to that account, only an email only. Everything else comes to my Gmail. I've never had issues with Gmail. Yahoo, there were issues. I think my Yahoo right now has got 278 unread emails in it. I let it build up, and I go in and hit the checkbox, delete all, and get rid of them. I never, ever look at them.
I had a Yahoo account, and I didn't visit it or used it for so long, they deleted it.
Wow.
They erased the whole darn profile or everything,
So
which
that-
was fine with me. I wasn't using it no more.
Yeah, that'd be fine with me too. But the only thing that comes to mind is would she lose her accounts that are in that name? For example, her iPhone iCloud account is in that Yahoo account, and I just wonder if I'd lose access or not.
Is it a joint account or is it a separate account?
Separate, no, separate.
It shouldn't bother hers if you took yours off. Because they should be two independent accounts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
years
Yeah,
ago.
I used to have Yahoo email. I've got most everything moved over, but there's a couple of accounts, like one of them's for a hotel card I have, and one of them's for something else. And I go to their websites and try to change my email, and it just doesn't seem to take. In fact, this one outfit, I think is actually owned by Radisson Hotels now. We used to stay in these a lot, called Comfort Inn and Suites around. They were particularly available in the eastern half of the country. And I like staying in them. And I've gone to their website and changed my email. It doesn't change. I actually sent an email to the customer service, and they said they would take care of it. It didn't change. So I still get notices from them through my Yahoo email. If I could just get rid of these last 2 or 3 emails from places I'm connected to through Yahoo and move it over to my other email, I'd be a happy camper. But
Could you move the others over, leave the motels at Yahoo and wait for them to get tired of the buildup?
I don't know. I mean, I still have it hooked into my Thunderbird. I've got my main email, which is at outlook.com, and I've got the old one at Yahoo. And I've gotten it down to where I only get maybe 4 or 5 emails a week through my old Yahoo account. So for now, I'm just dealing with it.
So I'm showing across the YouTube stream the opening thing with the farmer and the Dell and Doug.
All right.
And I'm hopefully it's going to stop when it circles through this time, because I just unlooped it. I need it to stop. Hopefully it will actually stop. I bet it goes blank though, don't it? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Shoot.
Oops.
The reason I did that is I was going to pose who's in favor of possibly starting a Da Vinci, since Greg is not here, and seeing what we can do with adding the mini Dougs to a few of the sunflowers in the background. And if you're not, it's not going to bother me. I'm not going to throw anybody in the waiting room or take my ball and go somewhere else, like someone we all know in Modesto, California, not mentioning anyone's names. Photo mix media. I'm good either way. I can't believe we've been going an hour and a half already. Boy, these are going better than the evenings. Maybe I should do this on a regular basis. What do you Tim says 1. Tony says I. So I'm going to presume Tim's 1 is for yes.
Yeah. I'm going to take off here in a minute. I've got to
mention Da Vinci, and they all bail out just like that.
Got to go see about some tires for a car here in a little bit. I got an appointment at Discount Tires.
No problem. I appreciate you being here in this impromptu.
Well, I wasn't paying attention earlier. I didn't know you were actually doing this. I was just futzing around watching a bunch of stuff on the YouTube, and I saw on the phone popped up you were doing something.
I tried to get up to see Doug at 10 to watch him play Fortnite. That didn't happen this morning. I usually do make it in time to see his live Windows thing, which did happen.
Well, I just made it for the live Windows this morning.
No. Rick says he can't figure out Facebook.
Well, I'm going to head out. Enjoy the show. See you later. Probably tonight.
All right, Jeff. Thank you.
Is Rick trying to change his password? I had a lot of issues with that. I finally figured it out.
Yeah,
gonna
the meta thing really screwed that up, I feel.
Oh, they screwed it up bad. It pissed me off.
I'm gonna head out too, guys. I'll see you guys all
Oh, right
later.
when I start DaVinci, everybody's bailing out. Okay,
Nope.
bye.
That's not it.
All right,
I'm-
Sam, thank you.
I got other things to do. See
Yep.
you later.
See you. Thank you. All right, so let me now figure out how I want to do this.
Gmail,
so
yeah,
we can
it
all
won't
be on the
work.
same sheet of music. Go to DaVinci. That way it goes out over YouTube. And it does. And then I need to share my screen here. We'll add audio, so I'll add audio and we'll do that. Now you guys should be seeing on Zoom DaVinci Resolve at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And let's
cool.
go with let's go with Farmer Alex and Liddell. That's what I named it, even though he's not in there yet. Let that get loaded in and go check out his latest chat over on Facebook. And there isn't anything. So it was suggested last night, I do believe, to take Mini Doug and put him on the sunflowers in the background. Now, I'm not going to count these, but I think if I were to do all of them, that would be difficult, maybe. I don't know the right word. But a few of the more predominant ones, like maybe this one and this one.
The bigger ones?
The bigger ones, sure. So let's do that. Before I do that, though, I do want to do something else. I'm going to go over here to the media pool. I am going to, you did notice I brought the chime and doorbell in. And I'm going to go grab media. And I'm going to go to my downloads. And I'm going to get, go with the MP3. I do have the So Long Farewell music from The Sound of Music. There are mixed opinions coming out of the internet, imagine that, on if it's copyrighted or not. My common sense tells me it's copyrighted. Okay?
Probably it.
I would think that it is. One site said for sure 100% it is not copyrighted. It is fair use, blah, blah, blah. The other one said, oh no, it's copyrighted. It's just copyrighted. So for now, I'm holding off on So Long Farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, Good Night. Even though I want to sneak some of that in.
One way to find out, without, you could probably go to that group that monitors that and just see if it's on their list.
Possibly. So I don't know if you guys will hear this or not. I'm going to take this all the way back to the beginning and I'm going to play it. Let me know if the audio is coming through, please.
It's coming through. I had to turn down my headphones.
I turned it down. It was loud. It's really way reduced. Okay, so I don't like the beginning part of it. So I want to start actually at about the 9-second mark of the video itself. So let's see here. 15 and 9 would be 24. So we'll go to about 22 and something. Yep, that's so I'm going to go. I'm going to make a cut right here. I don't want that to start with all that other nonsense in the beginning. So I'm going to take that out of the equation, get rid of that. Then I'm going to bring this back. Oops. Then I'm going to bring this back over here. Okay, somehow I muted it. How in the hell did I mute that? Oh. No, I didn't mute it, did I? It's not playing. Okay, so Control Z is your friend. I do see a red box around the part that I cut. So the red Z doesn't affect it there. Let's drop this down here. Let's drop that down there. Take that over there. Now you'll notice, I don't know if you guys picked it up, it actually did start playing that second track.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm okay with that ending there for tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and make a cut using the cut. And I'm going to cut that right there. And change it back. And I'm going to link these two together. Well, that was interesting. It didn't do what it should have done. Put the playhead over there. I'm going to link these two together. Okay, so did it not make the cut? That's the question. Looks like it did not. So I'm going to come back over here, make the cut. I'm going to move this out of the way, move that out of the way, link these together. Then I'm going to get rid of them because for now I'm done with that. And we'll come back over here. Holy cow, what happened?
Ooh, just blow my head off.
Yeah.
That would wake people up in chat.
Yeah,
Man.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I got that volume set at 8.7. Let's go negative numbers. It's getting better, so I'm going to go ahead. Okay, that's subtle enough that you can hear it, but it's not going to blow out anybody's ear drums. I think that's good enough. What do you guys think? Think it's subtle enough?
Yeah. I think so.
Pretty good.
The farmer and the dove. The farmer and the dove. I sure hope he's not watching any longer. Okay, let me go. If you guys see anything, The Sound of Music is public domain. I saw that, and then what you said right there, it says in 2017. No, it's still under the copyright. But while obtaining, and to obtain the rights, there's no way I can do that in a matter of minutes, hours, or financially afford it. So that's not going to happen. I am better off to seriously take the risk on getting a copyright notification. But my fear is I'd actually get the copyright strike, and that's why I don't want to do it. So now I've accomplished that. Let's go play with Doug's a little bit. That sounds terrible. So I'm going to right click here. I'm going to copy with the playhead over here. I'm going to paste. I'm going to paste. I'm going to paste. I'm going to paste again. What is that? 5, I believe.
That's 5. Oh.
So I want to bring this back over here. Can I see those? Yeah, so I can bring one here. I can bring one here. And I can grab. I thought I got 5. Did I not get 5?
4.
Apparently 4. So I'm going to grab these two and bring them over to about there. Unhinge them or unhook them or whatever it's called. And then I'm going to drop this down. Bring this Doug up here. And bring the 4th one. That's good for right now. So now we've got to determine where Doug starts and stops. So we know this Doug, 1, 2, 3. We know this Doug should be on the laptop, and he's not. We know maybe this Doug's on the laptop, and he's not. Okay, did I just lock up DaVinci? I believe I did. Okay, that Doug is on See right up here where Doug goes away?
Mhm.
That's how, and I do this a lot. When I need to figure out where something's at, I just go and disable the track. So now my question is, where's this Doug at? Because now I'm not seeing. Oh, you know what? I think this Doug, if I remember right, was something I added somewhere else. I could figure out where he's at real quick. I can highlight the Doug and move the X. Oh, there he is. He's down on the guy's pocket. I don't know if you guys seen that or not. He's right here. So I'm going to leave him there. I don't need. I'm going to highlight this Doug, which is going to be this Doug, because that's the copy I made. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and bring the playhead all the way over to the flower toward the end. Or do I? Yeah, I do. I want to put that right there. So I'm on that Doug. I want to bring him over and up to this sunflower. And then do I want to shrink him down a little bit or leave it about the same size?
He's covering up the flower.
Yeah, I think a little smaller maybe.
Okay, so he's at 0.09 right now. If you need to get a hold of me in chat, put it at live or at live. Put it at live windows dash Doug Betts, please. Put it at my name. Yeah, sorry about that, Rick. I'm not sure why that did that, but I do apologize. So let's bring this Doug down just a little bit. So that's 0.80. I'm thinking yet a little smaller. What do you think?
Yeah, just try to fit about the center of the flower.
Yeah, I can position him anywhere I want. So let's go with that. That's 0.075. Let's go to the next Doug and grab him. Again, it's going to be this Doug right here. We're going to move him off of that. We're going to put him on that bigger sunflower that's right beside this Doug. And then we're going to move him a little bit more this way. And we'll go ahead and make him 0.080. That'll reduce it. I don't know that I like that. Let's bring him down a little bit. See, my problem that I had in my mind was, let's move on to the next one and I'll demonstrate that. We will take this Doug and I'm going to put him on this sunflower right there. That's my goal anyway. So to do that, I know he's going to have to be about 0.045. That's just too small. You're not going to notice him.
You can't tell what it is.
Right. There's just no way you can tell what it is. Same thing if I take that same Doug and I move him over here to this. Now this one might stand out only because he's out there on his little lonesome self, so to speak. He's not in the mix. And I see that being the problem all the way across. I could put Doug on each and every one of these if I wanted to. But I think it's not going to have the effect I want. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a still. And we'll export this out. And we'll throw this on my desktop. And it can't be called untitled because I already have an untitled. So we'll say a lot of mini Dougs. We'll export that. Minimize that. We'll go see where it's at. Hopefully it's on this screen. And it is.
Oh, wow.
So this one I figured would be okay because there's not a whole lot going on there. But I think if I try to put him over here, so I think what I want to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and add him across maybe like this one, this one, this one, and maybe something else. So let's try that.
I don't think that idea would work on that.
We're about to find out. Because I know I have at least two more Dougs to use, right? Or at least one more Doug to use. So watch this little trick. That's a decent size for what I'm about to do. At least I think it is. So I'm highlighted, Control C. I'm going to go right here, Control V, Control V, Control V. 3 more instances of that. Go back to the very beginning. I'm going to take this one out of the equation for the moment and use these 3 that I just used. Okay, it appears I've run out of room. I haven't. I do run into this problem occasionally where you're just supposed to be able to drag them to the top and it goes to the top. I've had 15 tracks before, so I know this isn't an issue. It's just there we go. I'll put that over there. Now it's there. Okay, so now I've got 11 tracks. So now I got to go find the Doug I was dealing with, which 2, 3, I think it was this one. I think it was this one. So if I highlight that Doug and then disable that Doug. Nope, wrong Doug. Not that Doug. Where's he at? That's the sunflower. Got to be this one right here. But this sunflower Doug over here is not going away. Did I move the wrong doggone Doug?
And that might have been the last Doug that you moved. That might have been the last Doug you moved.
No, it's not, because when I disable this track, and this Doug is on that track now, when I disable that track, the only Doug that goes away is the one in his pocket. So that's not it. 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 Because you don't have to be, like this one's highlighted, you don't have to be there. If I disable that, you'll see he goes away. For it to show up on a screen, it's got to be, the playhead's got to be over it. But to disable the Dougs, you don't have to be. So this Doug right here has to go away at some point in time. I'm confused.
Can you move that scroll bar to the right up some more?
This one or this one?
No.
Well, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, so the scroll bars, the white one.
The one on the side.
The one on the side. I don't have, oh, this one, sure. I'm all the way at the top. I'm on video source 11. I can scroll it all the way down. I was thinking it was that one, but is it this one? No, it's not that one. That's the computer.
What the heck?
That's the pocket. This is going to be sunflower number 1. This is going to be sunflower number 2. So in theory, sunflower 1, sunflower 2. This should be sunflower number 3, which is still 1, 2. Turned out it should be this one right here. He's not going away. That's crazy weird. That is just so 1, 2, 3. All right. And I need to find out which one it is because, well, I don't necessarily. Let's go from we'll go here and we're going to move this Doug and we're going to put him right about there for right now. Moving up. And we're going to zoom him down to 0.040. Really super small. We'll go down a Doug. We're going to grab that Doug and we're going to bring him up. Oh, I know which one it was and I know what I was doing wrong. I'll let you guys figure that out. It's really a simple process. I know exactly what was wrong. And I do know that I had the right Doug. Now, do you guys know why it wasn't showing up?
It's behind another one.
Correct. It was behind another one. You are correct.
Too bad. I don't know if it be too much over the top. Add a little flying saucer releasing little Dougs.
No, I can do that. You get me a good picture of flying saucers and we'll for surely do that. But while you're researching that, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go in here And first thing I'm going to do is get rid of Tammy. And then the second thing I'm going to do is get rid of the chime, get rid of the doorbell. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go find a picture of, I like that one. I may have to work with that one. I'm going to go find me a Da Vinci, go into stills, and I'll go with this one. I can work with this one, I think, fairly easily. So I'm going to drag it down to the timeline. And I need to slow down because I do exactly what I regret, what I just cannot stand in other people when they do live streams and teaching. Hi, Mimi. It's good to see Mimi. I was going to send her an email today, but now that I see her on chat, I don't have to do that. So I'm going to go into this, go to the color tab, and ooh, maybe this is not the one I want. Yeah, we'll see. So these are dead. They're gone. I don't need them. I'm just going to go in here and, oh, I already did one. Oh, did I really already do one? No, that's that current picture. Oh, wow, I'm learning something. Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute. So I am going to roboscope him out. Actually, I'm not going to roboscope him out. I'm going to try to use the power window, which is this one, magic mask rather. Go to the plus key. We're just going to draw a squiggly little line right across Alex. And then we're going to connect our alpha node. And the reason I'm doing that is I am actually trying to learn the magic mask a little bit better. So the only way to learn it is to actually do it. So that's not great. Just not bad. So now I'm going to take the negative, take away, and I'm going to draw a line right there. And then I'm going to draw a line right there. Oh, this is getting worse than right there. Put me a little dot right there. Another little dot right. Yeah, I don't like that much. Now, the cool thing that I've recently noticed is over here, you got all your strokes. So 1's gone, 2's gone, 3's gone, 4's gone, 5's gone, 6's gone, 7's gone. All 8 strokes are gone. I much rather prefer using the power window, the feather tool, I believe is the correct nomenclature. And then you can, I should be able to zoom him, start a point.
I like how Da Vinci is using the same tools that I use in photo editing.
Yeah, I think way back when it was being developed, they probably mimicked and or copied and or borrowed or paid for some of those tools.
Well, they're naming them all the same. I like that. So I pick up on it pretty quick.
Yeah, see, I didn't want that. I wanted just to be more rounded, but I'll deal with that later. I got to make a change, so I take that one away. I really want, oh, there we go. That's why that was that. It's still going to be flat at the top. Maybe I might get lucky and get to go a little bit rounded, or at least have the illusion of being rounded. A little bit into his ear. Sorry about that. And I'll connect those right there. And because the alpha node was already connected, it already alphas it out. And I don't like the, this is the choice that I have. I can bring these down and get rid of the black, but that flat spots his head, and I'm not real happy with that. Or I can get a better picture. But for today, this is fine. So now I should be able to come in here, drag Alex, and put him as video number 12. Oh my goodness, do we want to make him the farmer or do we want to make him a sunflower? Well, let's see if we shrink him down a little bit. And let's move him over a little bit. And let's go ahead and see if we can't rotate him a little bit. And move him up a little bit. And then shrink him down yet a little bit more. Move him up a little bit more.
Oh, that would work great with the hat.
Well,
flat spot.
that's why I thought that. I just need to move him up a little bit more. But the problem I have is right here. I don't know how to take
Hmm.
and get rid of that. So I'm going to move him up just a skosh more. Maybe move him over just a skosh more. Maybe a skosh. So if I go over here and cover this, I get the guy's eye. If I go over here and put that, I get the guy's ear. Now,
What if you make them a little bit bigger?
well, I want it to be proportionate. So if we're going to make him a little bit bigger, if I go big enough to cover it like that, it's not proportionate. Shut up, you Da Vinci. Because if I drop him down and put him with the hat, that puts him down here. So I'm going to bring him back to about there. Bring him back up to about there. I think the rotation maybe about right there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Well, I don't know. I always take and look at the original photograph, and the guy's looking not exactly like that. So let me bring him up a tad more. Now I can also come down here to the yaw, and I can change the yaw ever so slightly, because if you go too far with the yaw, it starts getting like that, and that's just not good. So, I mean, I am not a professional, but I understand that looks horrible. So let's go there. Let's go there. Now I have an issue with the hat. If it's not one thing, it's another. Seriously. Now, my original thought was to take Alex right here and do this. This was my original thought. I'm going to put the playhead back over here. I'm going to grab this, and that should be video track 13. Now, if I turn this Alex off, we don't know he's turned off because, as we know, this Alex is on top of that Alex. So we're going to grab this Alex. We're going to bring him over here, and I'm going to put him on that sunflower right there. But to do that, he's got to go practically to non-existence. This is 0.1. Let's go with that, I guess. I don't know. That looks okay, I guess. So now I'm going to make a copy of this one. Paste him over here twice. Put the playhead back at the beginning. Bring this one over. That'll be, lost it. That'll be 14. Bring this one over. That'll be 15. This one's not all the way over. Now it is. Go to the beginning. What have I got down there? Why did that show up over there? Go to the end. Go to the end. There's something somewhere because, oh, I've got a Doug lost somewhere. Oh, right there. Okay, that makes sense. I caught that because when I do that, so now we have two more Alexes. I should have, so now I'm going to take this Alex and just move him. I'm not going to resize him or anything. I'm just going to move him. Then I'm going to take this Alex and move him right there. And then I'm going to take and make one more copy and bring this one, and that'll be track number 16. I'm going to bring this Alex over and down and over about here, and then down just a little bit more. Now, excuse me, I'm going to go to the end. And clearly got to work on some music going away. Go back to the color tab, grab me a still, export it out. I'm going to export it to obviously the desktop, and then we'll call this Minnie, Doug, and Alex. Export. minimize. Minnie, Doug, and Alex is right there. Okay. Alex is a little big to me. I'll await your guys' feedback on that as well. Especially these three Alexes, they need to shrink
Yeah.
down just a little bit. So I'm going to try making these top three Alexes the same size as these little Dougs right here. And that way, if nothing else, it'll be proportionate. So that's the first change I want to make. I think this one's okay. What do you guys, and I'm not real happy with this, okay? A couple reasons. One, I don't like the flat spot. And if I could get a good, better picture, I do want to put Alex's picture in there at some point in time. But I don't like how that would look, so I'm going to deal with that. So let's get out of that. Go back into DaVinci. I wish there were a way. Okay, so this one, 040. So all of these Alexes except the last one need to be 0.040. Oh yeah, I think that might be too small actually. Even though 0.040. Oh, wait a minute. Am I doing the right size? I think I'm not, am I? Nope. 040. Now I gotta go find, excuse me, this one. 0.040. That'll change that one. And then I am going to totally eliminate the last Alex, which should be this one, I believe. If I turn that off, nope, that was a sunflower. So this one, that's not him. That's that one. Lost another Alex. Not gonna be that one. Oh, what was that one? Okay. Because I'm just not happy with that. Now, what I do want to do too, and anytime you guys have an idea, feel free to say something. I'm open to all ideas. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste that. I'm going to offset that. I'll bring this over here. And turn Alex off for right now. We all know that's the Alex in the face. Okay, video 16. We're going to add that. Now we're going to come back over here. And again, it's sitting on top of one another. We know that. So we're going to make sure we're on the right one. EAAX. Oh, that looks good. That's professionalism at its best right there. That's some of Photo Mix Media's best work if I've ever. Oh, hi, Jose. Didn't see you. When did you get here? I seen him come in. I'm just messing with him.
Greetings.
Greetings.
So my farmer and the Alex, even though it's spaced properly, it's not. Oh, you know why? I know why. Because that didn't solve it. That should have
Hey,
solved it.
sender. I just muted well, my audio source because of this Zoom meeting I'm a part of. You wouldn't be able to hear me if I unmuted it now. But hey, how are you doing?
That's Matthew, right, Matthew?
Yep.
Cool. Well, number one, thank you, Matthew, for requesting the Zoom credentials. I appreciate that. Number two, thank you for joining us on this and what is now rapidly approaching Carrie Holzman 2-hour time frame, and that's scary, but okay. I know Carrie's live either at 3 or 4 my time, so feel free to join anytime we're live. You're welcome to be here. If you get a camera up and running, we'd love to see your face. If not, I'm good either way.
Ken, check your email.
We'll check my email. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how I made a duplicate of Farmer and the Doug, and all I did was take out the word Doug and put in the word Alex, but it blocked Alex up against the E. I don't understand that. I do not get, if I put a space, A, L, E, X. Now, okay, so apparently I put a space in there, but it didn't take, so that's much better.
Apologies there, Ken. I didn't realize I was unmuted.
Oh, you're fine. You're not the first it's happened to, and you're not the last it'll happen to as well. Right, Jose? Oh, hey. When did Jose get here?
Amen to that, homie. Amen to that. And I'm not the only one. Why, Ken?
I can neither confirm nor deny that has ever happened to me. So now let's go do a quick screen grab just to get an idea of how this looks. We'll export that. I'm just going to put something in here. I'm getting tired of changing the name, so I'll put Untitled 1. We'll export it. We'll jump over to the screen. Give it a minute to get here. There it is. Should be this one right here. Oh yeah, the by resizing the Alexes down to the same size as the little Dougs across here, that's much better. Much better. And I'm gonna have to do something with this face. It's all not right. And I may shrink down the text a little bit. And you know what? Just gonna throw this out here and see what you guys think. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a minute. It'll still be going across YouTube. What do you guys think of the idea of maybe leaving the chat where it's at, but having it scroll from the top to the bottom, going the farmer and the Doug, the farmer and the Doug, the farmer and the Alex. Okay, I'll work on that. Jose, do any of your girls sing?
Yes, but they're available for hire.
I knew that was coming. Hold on. I have 21, 22. I have about $24.50 in Canadian coins on my desk. How do they feel about that?
Well, I guess they will. It's only going to get you like 5 seconds.
Well, that's all I need. It's only a 15-second clip. I can duplicate it. 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. That's 15. See, I'm good at math. I counted out on my toes just like that.
Is that Ken Stout math?
Yes, it is. At Ken Stout, Facebook wants me to upload my ID. Should I really?
Really? Nah.
I would say no as well. In fact, if you can hold off, try to get a hold of Doug tomorrow and see what his thoughts on it. I have never been asked for an ID from Facebook. Are you on your phone by chance? I'm wondering if he's on his phone or computer.
I would not show anybody my ID.
No, gosh, no.
That could cause a lot of problems.
Oh yeah, huge problems.
Well, Facebook,
I got a message from
ID.
Alex Cheek. Hold on, I must jump over to the bat phone.
You got a bat phone?
Oh, I do. I'm special.
Cool. Well, I gotta get one of them bat lights then.
Well, Tim, seems that you're way behind. I also have a backup phone.
I didn't say backup phone. I have a bat phone. Notice I said with quotes in the air. So Matthew, I've got a question for you.
Sure.
Did you think that the Zoom after the stream was as civilized as a Zoom on the stream, or did you realize, or are you realizing it's just bat crazy.
I think I realized that.
Yeah, it's not real hard to.
Well,
That's the way we like it.
Well, Matthew, this is Jose speaking from Photomix Medium. And let me tell you, the after hours here with Ken Stout, it's hell.
It's hell.
Well, I will have to admit there are some times when there is adult language used, not only by the hosts, but by others as well. Take it for what it's worth. I'm trying to get better at it, but take it for what it's worth. Take it with a grain of salt, lump of sugar. I don't know. So, William, did you say in the same email twice?
It might have sent twice on me.
Okay, I got it. So we're good there. The bat phone was nothing of importance. Is it something that Facebook uses for verification? You know what? I will set up a new Facebook account and find out. And since I have someone's ID, damn it, I wasn't supposed to say that. That was a thought in my head. Did that come out over the air? Oh no. The fedora does not look right. Yeah, it needs to be a little bit bigger, but I do like that effect. But I mean, I have the real thing here. I mean, I'm not bragging or anything, but
I'll show up to Doug tomorrow and his Saturday show with that background in.
All right, Greg Guy has showed up. Let us continue on what we were doing just a few minutes ago then, now that Greg is here. About time, Greg. That's all I got to say. Uh-oh. I just locked Zoom up? Seriously? Well,
still working here.
And let me see that. Oh, there we go. So now that Greg is here, we will continue in Daily Da Vinci, and I bet that was Greg Guy that just joined us. It was. Hello, Greg.
Hey, what's up?
We're just messing around, playing with the invention we started last night and adding to it and taking away and trying to figure some things out. Oh, man, I just thought of a good idea. Hold on, I got to put my hand over my mouth so this one doesn't slip out accidentally. Okay. I thought of a brilliant idea for the farmer's face. So real quick, and then I'm going to wrap this up because we seriously now have hit 2 hours, I believe, on the dot. Let me check that out over in the studio. 2 hours and 2 minutes. I'm giving Carrie some competition today.
You're Carrie Holzman status now.
I'm telling you. Now, if I could just get up to the same amount of subscribers or close to it. All right, so to do what I suggested is not that hard to do, I don't think. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to work with this one. I'm going to go to layout. I'm going to drop it all the way down to the bottom, out of sight. I'm going to set a keyframe. I'm going to go over to the end, and I always back it up a couple frames. I don't know why I do that. I honestly believe Tony Wallow, yes, for the win. T-5. That's a good one, Tony. Now, do I go this way? No, I go this way. We're just going to bring this up ever so like this and take it off the screen. Now we'll demonstrate that to see if it actually works. We hit play. So that's not too bad. I can live with that. The music's at about the right volume now. I
thought this was South Main Auto Channel, another damn Da Vinci.
That was the first hour, and as I stated, I'm done with the South Side Auto or whatever it is, and we're going to Da Vinci. So now I'm going to pose a question to you guys. Rather than go down to the Doug chat text down here and try to duplicate that, I really could. Wouldn't it be simpler to just copy this, put Doug's name in there, What do
I
you
don't
want?
know, you're the expert.
Oh, I'm not the expert by no means. No way, shape, or form. So by what I meant was if I copy this, right click, copy, come way over here, paste it, and then where'd it go? There it is. So let's do this one step at a time because obviously I'm not talented enough to bring it down all the way. So I'm going to plug this one into here. And if we go back and play this from the beginning, there's going to be 2 instances of Now you're questioning why they're not 2 instances. I know that you are.
One of them's covered up.
Exactly. But you guys are such great students. I appreciate the fact that you pay attention. It is amazing. So do we want to lower the second one? Uh-oh. Just screwed that up.
What? I was sleeping. What?
Or do we want to put it above it? It doesn't really make any difference. Now, theoretically, I think that should show both of them. No. Yes, it does, but no, it doesn't. And now it's going to separate about right here, or it should separate right there. And then it'll come back in. Okay, I got it. That's an easy fix. That is actually a very easy fix. What I have to do is come up here, get these coordinates or these numbers, so 26751 and 981505, and I guarantee you that's a hell of a lot longer than that. Write those down, come back down here to this one, and go slightly different than that. Now we know the X is right. That's where we want it.
Offset it a little bit.
Offset it just a little bit, yeah. The question is, so at the beginning, we want to offset that. I don't know. Let's just offset it by that much. Go to the end. Bobby Warren says, hey, Ken. Now, wait a minute. I lost all. Okay, I offset that, but apparently not enough. That's going to start separating right there. So right here, I need that second Doug, which is this one, or Alex, to be right there. I may have to redo the whole thing, but that's fine. The theory is once they're offset, they should show both of them coming up instead of on top of one another like that. Nick on live stream this afternoon sent me a link in the chain to help me program. Yep, we probably could have done that last night should you have asked, but no big deal. Glad you got it working. So I will deal with this later tonight. I think I'm going to leave the music as is. I think I'm going to leave all the Alex's and Doug's as is. I do want to work on this right here. I just got to find me a correct picture with the guys or girls or whoever's picture I decide to use tilted in the right orientation, and then go from there. Any thoughts from anybody? Oh wait, we got to make one slight change. While I'm making one slight change, any thoughts from anybody? Any suggestions from anybody?
Oh, yes. I do, Ken. I do.
Except for Photo Mix Media. Anyone else?
Oh,
Go ahead, Jose. I just messing with you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ken. Well, if you want this to end, to have this as a professional product, please consult one of the professional. I mean, the only professional, right, Tim?
So you're saying if I want this to be better than it is, I need to reach out to a professional.
Yes, and you know who it is, right? And also
I do know who it is, but currently
Right
he's not on the chat with us right now.
Yes, I am.
Let me use the bat phone and send him a quick message and see if he'll join us.
I can't find my phone.
Oh, I still have it, Greg. I'm still contemplating what I'm going to do with it. So,
Wintermute knows a lot about that, doesn't he?
William has gotten good with DaVinci. I'm looking forward to seeing what Sam can do. Wintermute does an awful lot. Rick has been doing DaVinci for a while now. I've been messing around with it for a while. And I'm never going to produce a blockbuster video or movie or anything of that nature, but I enjoy doing what I do.
Never say never.
James Bond, wasn't it? Or Never Say Die, or I don't know. I've lost track. So
something like that.
I am going to wrap this up. I need to get with Jose privately, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, go see what's going on in the world outside, and then I'm going to get a hold of him. Tonight's stream will be 9 o'clock. I want to thank Tim, Darren, Matthew for being a first timer. Thank you, Matthew. Greg died. We'll let it slide. You were late. We understand. William Dawson and Jose Alvarez for joining me on what was not going to be a 2 hour and 16-minute video by no means. It was not going to be Daily Da Vinci. Do what, Tim?
It don't even seem like it's been 2 hours.
I got almost a picture for the farmer.
Yes, please.
The go right with the screenshot of the face right now.
The orientation's wrong though. You're leaning. I can't figure out how you're leaning, but yeah. So let's look at that. Well, we'll figure it out. Actually, what you could do.
Mask on.
Actually, what you could do, William, lean to your left, your face. Okay, that's good. Just tilt your face. Okay, now with your body position like that, glance to the right. Whoa, too far. Come back. Stop. Okay, don't go nowhere. Okay, I feel like an X-ray tech. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Tim got it. I love it when people. Okay, you can breathe now. Relax. And I put it in Zoom homies to see what you think, and I will work on it. Seriously, I'm getting out of here. Otherwise, I'll be here for another 2 hours, and I will give Carrie some serious competition. And at least in my mind, I will. Thank you, gentlemen. Greg, Tim, William, Matthew,
for nap.
Jose. Jose, I'll get with you. Let's say 15 minutes. Jose.
Copy.
Roger. Over, under, over. Screw the pooch trying to switch Gmail and Gmail for sending a code later. All right, I'll get with Rick here in a little bit too. So thank you guys.
I was going to respect that the face like that on his thing.
It's a joke anyway, so you know. All right, thanks guys. I'm going to try to let's see. Should I end the stream like Doug did today by hitting the stop button and it going away instantly,